Hello, love warriors. The Holy Spirit has a message for you. The Holy Spirit has given me the keys to crack the code of this game called life. In today's keys, it says, when this game called life throws at you difficult challenges, don't worry. Just throw your beans back and create a beautiful beanstalk. So before I start the message, let me tell you, I did this message this morning several hours ago, and I posted it everywhere. And I was so happy that I posted. I could do my things. I actually went grocery shopping. I came back home. I put the stuff away. I cooked. We ate. Then I sat down. I was like, you know what? Let me go listen to the message. And when I listened to the message, well, the message was cut off in half of the time. I was like, no, I couldn't believe this was happening. I was like, oh boy. I realized that the enemy doesn't want me to do this message because I've tried to do this message several times today, even back here. And something happens, the audio doesn't work. But you know what? Here I am again. I got dressed, I came to my backyard, and doing the message. So this message is for you. So listen up. Okay, Holy Spirit wants me to start with a story. It's a fable called Jack and the Beanstalk. Okay? It was about a boy who traded their family cow for magical beans. Now, the mom gets really upset because, he traded the cow and she throws these beans out the window. The next day, Jack goes and sees that the beans had transformed into a giant beanstalk that went all the way up to the sky. So Jack goes and climbs the beanstalk. And when he gets up there, he realizes that it's another land. And in that land lived a giant. But this giant was grouchy and prideful and arrogant and mean. And so a bunch of shenanigans that happened up there. The thing is that Jack stole all the giant's treasures, came back from downing. Once Jack was down, he chopped off the beanstalk. The giant that came running after Jack fell because it was cut off. The giant died, and in conclusion, the poor mom and the poor Jack now are filthy rich, and they live happily ever after. Okay? Let's see what else is said. The Holy Spirit told me to say. In essence, Jack and the Beanstalk can be interpreted as a fable about overcoming obstacles, facing adversity with courage, believing and having hope, and the dangers unchecked that a greed and arrogance can bring, like the giant. You see, we actually also live in a land that's not ours. Also in a land that's full of giants. Mean, grouchy, arrogant, prideful, backstabbing, lying giants. Yep. All our giants are different, but we all have giants. A giant could be something financial situation, a relationship situation, a health situation, a mental situation, depression, confusion, fear. Basically, all the shenanigans that this world gives. That doesn't come from God, only from the enemy, the big boss enemy. Yep. The Holy Spirit is reminding us today who we are and what we already have in our pockets. So check your pockets. Yep. Because you also have not magical beans, something even better. God's love beans. Like I like to call it his love seeds. Here they are. Yep. They are full of love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, self-control. Yep, all of them. Look, they really are love. You see love? Love magical seeds. And he says, God's love seeds has been planted inside of us already, growing this whole time. We just need to nourish it and water it and believe in our love seeds. God's desire for us is to use our love seeds and become experts in seed planting, stalk climbing, stone slinging, and giant slinging. Yep, I didn't say it. Papa God did. In 1 Samuel 17:45, it says, David replied to the Philistine, You come to me with sword, spear, and javelin, but I come to you in the name of the Lord of heaven's armies, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. Today the Lord will conquer you, and I will kill you and cut off your head. And then I will give the dead bodies of your men to the birds and wild animals. And the whole world will know that there's a God in Israel. and everyone assembled here will know that the Lord rescues his people. But now a sword and spear. This is the Lord's battle, and he will give it to us. Thank you, Papa. It is done. He gave it to us over 2,000 years ago with Yeshua. Thank you, Yeshua. So, God gave David a slingshot to defeat his giant. Today, God has given us his love seeds to defeat our giants. Remember, you can do this. You won't be alone, ever, ever, ever. So throw back the covers and start climbing beanstalks because there are giants to fight. But remember one thing, you already won. So no fearing. So plant those seeds, friends. Plant them well. Plant them well and nourish them. And watch your beanstalk grow. And you can connect to Papa God daily. And go slay some giants. Till the next time, friends. Shalom, shalom. Bye. Yes, the message was done. Who's it for?